Hey guys, what's up? 1985 dude. I'm back again on my channel. I know it's been a while, but I've been dealing with a lot of stuff at work and just personal things with my family. I know I've posted a few videos since my last video on here on the 5 Awesome Studs channel, but I finally decided, it's about time I get a video back up on my own channel. So I figured I'd do another DVD update since that's basically what I do on here, and I'll just go ahead and start off. First one I have is a 2-pack of Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey, and Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco. These movies are basically the same movie, in other words, with different little things happening in each one, but the same basic story is for both. It goes for both of them. Is the animals, which are 2 dogs and a cat, are all voiced by Michael J. Fox, Sally Field, and let's see. I'm trying to figure out if it. I'm not quite sure who does the third voice, but I know for sure Michael J. Fox and Sally Field. But the basic plot of both movies is the animals get separated from their families somehow, whether it's they're left at another cousin's house or something to take care of them for a while. But the basic plot is for both movies is the animals escape and they try to make their way back to their family, and stuff happens in between. You'll have to watch it to to get a better understanding of it, because I'm not, as most of you know, I'm probably not the best at explaining things, but these are just 2 pretty good family Disney family movies that are worth checking out, especially if you watched these movies when you were a kid and loved them. They still hold up pretty good nowadays. Okay, next up is another Disney movie 2-pack, and that is a 2-pack of Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. And at first when I got this, I thought it was a double pack of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Honey, We Blew Up and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. And when I got home, I realized it was the second and third movie. But that's still good. I can always get the first Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie later on. And if you if any of you know the history of the Honey movies, as I like to call them, then you basically know the plot of these movies is the character played by Rick Moranis. His name is Wayne Szalinski, and he has this machine. In the first movie, it's a shrink machine, and he ends up puts away for the second movie. In the second movie, he which is Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, he works at a laboratory with his technology that he created, or helped create anyways. His kid and his son, youngest son, and the second one ends up getting a shot with a laser from the one machine, and anytime he comes across electricity, he grows some more and ends up growing like a couple 100 feet tall or something, I think it was. It's pretty cool. And then the third one wasn't released in theaters or anywhere like the first 2 was, but the third one was like a direct-to-TV movie, a direct-to-video movie, where the parents get shrunk, and it's just weird. It was okay. It wasn't the best. If you like these Rick Moranis, I suggest the first 2, because Rick Moranis is the only one from the first 2 movies that's in the Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. But it's okay. Worth checking out. Next one up is a Robin Williams movie that I've been interested in seeing, and a couple of people I like on YouTube, Wet Movie 1 and Cool Duder, they talked about this, and that is World's Greatest Dad. It's like one of those kind of dark comedies movies that it's written and directed by Bobcat Goldthwait, as some of you may know is from some of the Police Academy movies. A guy with a kind of a weird voice. I'm not going to give too much away about this in case some of you haven't seen this yet. But basically, Robin Williams' character is a struggling writer, and he happens to be a teacher at his kid's school. He's a poetry teacher, which is at like a not very popular class, and something happens to his kid, and basically his kid dies somehow. I'm not going to spoil that. And his kid, Robin Williams discovers his kid dead, and he basically covers up to make it look like a suicide. And he even writes a fake suicide note and a diary to. He just basically takes advantage of the situation and to try to further his own career. And it's weird. You have to watch it to decide for yourself if you like it. But basically, he goes around the entire film, covering up for his kid's how his kid actually died, so he won't get embarrassed by it or anything. But in the end, his character, I'm gonna say he fesses up to everything, and everyone hates him. That's all I'm gonna say about this movie. But it is one of Robin Williams' better performances, I think, in recent years anyway. Check it out. It's World's Greatest Dad. And last but not least in this DVD update is a childhood friend of mine. Is a childhood favorite of mine, and that is The Page Master, starring Macaulay Culkin, Christopher Lloyd, and got voices of Whoopi Goldberg, Patrick Stewart, and Leonard Nimoy. My good buddy Razman's Reality talked about this once, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and he's a fan of this movie as well. That much I know. And basically, Macaulay Culkin's Macaulay Culkin's character is an annoying kid. He's like basically too smart for his own good in a way. And during he ends up having to take shelter in a library, and he on his way to to use a phone to call his parents to let him know where he's at, he slips and falls and himself out, and he's transported into a cartoon world where he has to complete these challenges and overcome fears to get back to awake and get back to the real world. It's a pretty good little kid fantasy movie, and it is from 1994. It's directed by two different people, because there's a live action director and a guy that directed the cartoon, and the guy that directed the live action is Joe Johnston, I believe his name is. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's directed by Joe Johnston, which is a guy that directed at least the first Honey, I Shrunk the Kid movie. And the animation cartoon part is directed by Maurice Hunt. I don't think I've ever heard of him before. I don't know if he's done much of anything since this. Haven't really looked it up or anything, but if you like those feel-good childhood fantasy movies, then you'll really like this. It's pretty cool. It's only 75 minutes long, so it's really short, but it's pretty cool still. And that's The Page Master. Check it out. Everyone, I'd like to thank everyone for watching, rating, commenting, subscribing. It really means a lot. Please feel free to send me messages or leaving comments in the comment section below, and let me know how you can just give me suggestions and how I can do better on my videos, and or stuff you'd like to see me try to do, or just stuff to help try to spice up my videos, because I know they're been rather lame for a long time, and that's mostly my fault, because I don't really put a lot of effort if you want to put it that way, into my videos. I do put a lot of effort into it, but I'm not that good at speaking into a camera like I'm talking to other people. So that's one of my main problems right there. But any advice to help me with my videos is going to be greatly appreciated. Well, thanks for watching. Like I said, I'll check you guys out later. Bye.